allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilperson Murphy?
Here.
Perry? Here. Hutchinson?
Here.
Marchese? Harry?
Here.
Spencer?
Here.
Mayor James?
Here. This meeting is being held in accordance with New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, otherwise known as the Sunshine Law, legally noticed in accordance with the law. Copies of the meeting notice requested are sent. We have resolutions 325, 329. Everybody has a chance to look at these. Entertain a motion as a group.
I motion to adopt resolutions 325 to 329, sir.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Ordinances. For second reading and public hearing this evening, amending chapter 71, 86, and 90 of the Code of Gloucester City. These are water and sewer fees and connections. Fred, do you want to briefly describe?
Basically, we did a rate study, and comes out that we are going to have to increase the water and sewer rates as existing. The rates are as in front of you. The additional water and sewer rates will also be accompanied by the new federal and state mandated storm sewer regs and CSO regs, so we may operate and maintain those two new systems. And we're going to have to create a new charge for those two systems in the city. With that, I guess I would entertain any questions or
Do we make enough copies of these for handout?
I have one.
This handout gives you some indicator of where we are regarding water and sewer rates amongst other towns that are somewhat similar to ours, inclusive of New Jersey, the American, who supplies numerous towns throughout the South Jersey area.
What you see here is we canvassed municipalities and purveyor of water systems and wastewater systems like the city of Gloucester, i.e. we have treatment plants and convey wastewater. We looked at their charge for 10,000 gallons for a 5/8 by 3/4 inch regular domestic water service. As you can see, 2010 fees for Gloucester City, we've held the price moderate to low since 2007. With the increase of electricity, insurance, and everything else that we have to bear on our budget, we're going to have to come up with a increase. And that increase for, excuse me.
That also includes depending on the bond for the new water treatment plant.
Yeah, I'm very total.
We just picked ones and knew were higher.
The
We gotta pay for a bond. That's what that was paid for. You can pay
The
for
water rate for a standard customer at 10,000 gallons is going to go from $45 a quarter to $57. Maybe a $12 increase.
$48.
Per quarter?
Yes.
Per quarter?
Yeah.
For the year.
No, per quarter. By 4 times 12, right? 4 times 12, $12 per quarter. $48 increase.
The bond's included in there, you have to pay a bond? I don't know. Ask me something.
Is that water and sewer?
That's water now.
That's just the water. Do you have the increase for sewer?
Wastewater, sewer will go from $49 to $57. They treat the wastewater. We, in the city, we operate and maintain the gravity system, 7 wastewater pumping stations.
Is that going to go up too?
Yes, ma'am.
Increase in this.
Where are we supposed to get all this money?
Fred, what's the increase in the storage for per year?
That would be $8 per quarter.
Existing for $32.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're talking 48 and 32.
For that, there'd also be a $12 surcharge on the sewer bill for these $12.
Per year or month, quarterly?
It's $6 per quarter for the CSO and $6 per quarter for the sewer permit. So that's an additional $12. Yes, ma'am.
So that's another $48.
Yes, ma'am.
120.
That isn't something that we came, that isn't something that we came up with, that's state and federally mandated. So another thing that's mandated, not
That's
funded.
$128.
Yes, ma'am. Many of you may have seen the construction along the river where we were able to get a federal and state grant to install the netting systems and the new tie gates on the 7 outlets to the Delaware River. Although the federal government and the state built them for us at a price close to $1 million, they left us with the operation and maintenance of those, which entails we have to build netting nets for the chambers, and we change them regular. We have to dispose of the debris that we take from the netting chambers. We have to increase our street sweeping, our litter, and keep the streets extra clean so we don't clog the nets.
Does this mean that they'll clean the sewers once in a while?
We do clean the sewers, yes, ma'am.
No, I mean at the street.
Storm sewer culverts?
Yeah.
Yes, we clean them every year and as needed.
Every last time they did it.
Every culvert is cleaned every year, and then
Not on my street. They haven't been cleaned in the last 25 years. And in fact, I can tell you, Code used to be one of the workers, and that was the last time that was cleaned.
Which street would that be?
How long ago?
Which street would that be?
Railroad Avenue.
Railroad Avenue?
There's 3 of them there. One looks like it's caving in.
And they have been cleaned.
How much is the bond?
Pardon?
Your bond that you said you have to make payments on, how much is that?
The bond, bond for
Your water, $10 million?
approximately $10 million is borrowed through the straight infrastructure loan system at around 1% interest, and that was to build a new waterworks, replace the existing waterworks.
And did you ever think about privatizing that, sending it out somewhere else to another company instead of building a $10 million
Well,
plant to turn on to the
if you did
city?
entertain that, you could put your utilities out on the market, see what someone would think of the price of your utilities and what your debt is. Then they would look at the operating expense of the utilities, and then you would get the company that has a franchise area here, New Jersey American, and they're about 3 times our rate.
Did you do that? I mean, you came up with a study and you checked all that before you built the plant?
The plant was built because it was needed to be built.
Okay, but before you put that out to bid, did you entertain trying to get another company to come in and do some kind of feasibility study?
It was mentioned that that would be an option for the city to do, would put itself out on the market. Towns like Haddonfield have tried to do it, Mount Ephraim has tried to do it, and they thought they had quite a lucrative facility that someone would buy, similar to ours, by the way, in age, and no one wanted it.
But you didn't do it at all, is what, you didn't do any research on that as far as talking to other companies?
It was brought up, and that's all I know.
All right, thank you.
Yes, there was some investigation regarding New Jersey water, and we found that there's no controllable entity, that's controlling their rates. Their last 2 rates have gone up 25%, and nobody's telling them you can't do it.
Okay.
So, I mean, we're at half of what they're at. I don't even know where they get the water. Where do they get the water,
The
Fred?
water comes from the Delaware River, they drink river water, and then they ferry it throughout the systems. If you become, or you know of anyone, well, I mean, that would be an option. I mean, I'm not going to stand here and beat up another utility, but there's pluses and minuses to owning your own utility. We're only a few minutes away, many of you can attest to that, and you get 24-hour, 7-day service. usually before you put the phone down, we're there. I don't think you'll see that going through a company that's operated by the PUC.
All right, thank you, Rick.
Point taken.
That being said, entertain a motion.
Motion to adopt ordinance of the second reading, ordinance number 29.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilpersons Murphy,
Aye.
Perry, Hutchinson,
Aye.
Harry, Spencer,
Aye.
Mayor James.
Bills, Dutch.
Make a motion to pay the bills, Mr. Mayor, totaling $1,324,082.04.
Roll call.
Councilpersons Murphy,
Aye.
Perry, Hutchinson,
Aye.
Harry, Spencer,
Aye.
Mayor James.
Aye. Open forum. The governing body has approved the following rules governing the procedures of the general open public forum. Any citizen or taxpayer wishing to address the governing body may do so after approaching the rail. Stating his or her name and address will be recognized by the chair. Said citizen or taxpayer will then be permitted to address the governing body for 5 minutes. After all persons wishing to address the governing body have had that opportunity, persons may approach the rail for a second and final 5-minute interval during this session. Anybody from the public wishing to speak regarding any matter, please step forward.
Steve Meyer out of 908 Cherry Street. I got a question. It says authorized waiver of all rental fees. Now, where is this all?
Call it the community center.
That would be the community center, and that would be like a nonprofit, like the Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts or something
Community
like that.
center.
On the other side.
So we're at the same center. No, I was, had a little problem down here on my street. We, all night, half night, busy, up until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, it's a whole these people. I don't object to that hall being used for people in the city that need, where they can bring in and raise money for these people to help them out. But night after night, I see the lights that are on falling. You know, I'm paying taxes in this town. I don't think they're paying any taxes
No,
here. This hall was deemed not really fire anymore. What is it now?
Fireman.
Where's the fireman?
Bruce, you want to address it?
Well, they do have members down there. The truck is back in the station. And we're working on, I'm waiting for a list of them, what active members they have right now.
No, I heard this for the past 2 or 3 years, that they're going to do something there. I have a wife that said, you all know. The other night, I don't know what kind of party was going on here. It was out front at 2 o'clock in the morning, raising cane, talking out there, gabbing. And, you know, my taxes pay for this, or part of my taxes, my little hair on the taxes. I'm getting disgusted with that. They say they have this, they have that. Show us some proof. The fireman I see over there couldn't step on the first ladder or they break it.